Hello and welcome to the Feminine Success Secrets episode today. I'm Candice Oneida. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 3 things that you need to know about feminine power. First thing I'm going to teach you today is what feminine power is not. People often mistakenly think that feminine power or femininity is about one of 2 things. And this is the mistake. The first thing they think about is that femininity or feminine power is about how you look, right? And the second mistake that people make when they associate feminine and feminine power is about believing that feminine power is about how you act or how you think. Now, either of these things are a bit like thinking that a Ferrari sitting there on the street just so we can look at it is what a Ferrari is. Now, as you and I know, a Ferrari ain't a Ferrari until you put fuel in it, and then it's really a Ferrari. So now I'm going to tell you about what feminine power is rather than what feminine power isn't. So the second thing you need to know, feminine power is about the fuel that goes in the car, in the Ferrari, okay? Once you are plugged in and fueled up, then you can start to drive your car, move forward freely. And in this instance, the fuel in your car is sexual energy. Now, to get plugged into this, you first have to get back into a relationship with your lady parts, with your pussy. Can you see that we don't talk about this that much in the modern world? We don't talk a lot about getting into a relationship, talking about, thinking about, feeling into your lady parts, your pussy, your vagina. Now, can you see that if you don't want to get into a relationship to your pussy and your vagina, it's a little bit like being afraid to grab the fuel on the fuel pump, right? And in this instance, grabbing the fuel in the fuel pump is literally getting into a physical, emotional, and energetic relationship to your pussy. Now, I use the word pussy because vagina in and of itself is really just the sheath on the inside. The clitoris is magical and it's part of that. The pussy is a little bit like the button, right? And the vagina is the internal components of the physical organs. But the truth is, the reason why I use the word pussy is both the physical and energetic relationship that you need to get back into in a powerful and empowering way for you to get plugged back in to your energy source. Now, you may or may not have noticed that I specifically use the word you need to get into relationship to sexual energy. I didn't say your sexual energy. Now, this is done for a very specific reason. Sexual energy in and of itself is a universal principle. Think that it's a little bit like what the ocean is to water. It's a huge principle. Now, sexual energy in and of itself is this force of life or life force, you may have heard it called before. And needless to say, we're all plugged into life force or you literally wouldn't be alive. So the distinction here is how plugged into this are you, okay? So as a woman, we are most closely in relationship to life force, to sexual energy. We are the ones that, create the babies in our belly. It's just something about the nature of the feminine body and feminine energy that we are closely in relationship to it. That being said, some people are really, really, hooked in and some people are really, really not. And if you're experiencing anything like that, you have depletion of energy or depression or a lack of certainty or a lack of grounding, then you are not very plugged in, okay? So one of the core things that I teach in my Powerfully Feminine Intensive, in my Feminine Success trainings, is about how to get plugged in. Now, needless to say, in a 5-minute video here on YouTube today, there's only so much I can teach you, but what I wanted to do today was get you thinking a little bit, get you a little bit full of wonder and inspired as to what is this thing? What is sexual energy? Another distinction I want to make here is that your sexual energy, the sexual feelings that you have, may or may not have anything to do with sex or having sex. So one thing is, as you get more and more into relationship to this force of sexual energy, of life force, you're going to start to feel a lot of movements and energy moving through your body. It's intense. Like when you're really plugged in, it's very intense. So there's a whole body of work and a whole lot of coaching and mentorship that you need or will need to help you manage that intense relationship. So you don't just turn it into something that can kind of throw you out and unground you. There's a way to use it in such a way it becomes really grounding and really, really centered. Okay? And you start to command it like you're commanding the force of a wild horse. Sound good? Now, the third thing that you need to know about feminine power is that this is an inside-out job. This is all about your relationship to your insides. And what I mean by that is a relationship to your thoughts, your emotions, your spiritual nature, and insides actually means the internal relationship to your body. Now, when you get into an internal relationship to your feminine power, and I just spoke about getting plugged back in, that's a big component of it. But it also means getting in relationship to the force of emotion and the force of your spiritual nature coursing through you. So this is an inside-out job. This has everything to do with your relationship to yourself on the inside, not judging emotions, not judging powerful thoughts or powerful forces inside you. Again, I'm just saying this here today to inspire you and make you feel that these things are not bad or wrong. You know, it's often that, you know, we feel as women that we're too much for other people. I know this comes up a lot with my women, is that they go, well, I feel like I'm too much, so I have to make myself small and I have to hide. This is the opposite of what you and the world needs right now. You and the world need to get in relationship to yourself from the inside out so that you can shine and bring yourself forward fully into the world and into your life and into your work. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If you liked the video today, give me a thumbs up. I love your comments. Put your comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe over here to my channel. And otherwise, when you have the courage to shine, you give others permission to do the same. So let's go out there and shine this week.